accurate they look at Bitcoin. One thing I do want to point out here before we go any further, not much of a wave 4 pullback, right? If you're counting these waves, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this wedge has broken to the upside. Okay, normally you'd be looking for a 382, 50%, even a 618. So just be cautious out there. I'm in a long myself, so I fully get it. We had Bitcoin break a wedge, and it technically should be headed towards the upside, right? I mean, that's yesterday we kind of got the rug swept on us over there in Discord because Bitcoin. Let me show you what happened here. Yesterday, this was the resistance area. Right here, right down through here, right? Then we ended up getting a breakout, and sure enough, fake out. It ended up coming down through, all right? So, ended up getting us yesterday. Ended up losing a couple trades. Once again, today, entered a Matic, Polygon, whatever you want to call it. Entered a long on it, and I'm up pretty decent right now, so I have moved my stop loss up to at least break even to protect myself in case of any funny business here with Bitcoin. Okay, if you want to join our Discord, we have 175 members. It's $15. It's in the description of the video. It's a level 3 membership. You get 10 hours of videos to teach you how to start charting, how to use a fib, all that stuff. 10 hours. It's a lot. I think it's 20 videos and a link to the Discord, so would love to have you. We have this alt season coming, no question about it. I will line up and let every member out there give me a kick in the nuts if I'm wrong. That's how positive I am this thing's coming, right? If not, I'm in a lot of trouble, right? Anyway, Bitcoin dominance has, just gone straight up. I mean, look at this thing. The daily RSI rolling over. The bearish divergence here. You can see here this high. Then you got a lower and a lower. So you got bearish divergence here, and rising dominance. The weekly, right at the very, very top. Okay, you got a fifth wave here. This thing is working on now. I could just see it maybe going up just a hair higher. Maybe you got 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3 might be way up here. 4, and then 5. If this is legit, which more likely is, you'd be looking at a possible top around, excuse me, 66.9. Right around there, right around the 786 Fibonacci retracement area. Okay, I'm waiting for this thing to break. Then we have an alt season coming. Then you're going to see these crypto bubbles just absolutely tear. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys have been through an alt season yet. I've been through a couple now, but it's absolutely crazy, right? This is for the last hour. On the day, you can see here some pretty decent gainers for the last week. Not so great, right? But look at the last month. These are pretty decent numbers. This is the top 100 cryptos, so not too bad out there, right? But these numbers should go up a heck of a lot more once we hit this alt season, right? So, let me get to Bitcoin here. I apologize, the rain in the background here. Getting hammered today. The river out back is just going up. We got flooded out last fall, and it makes you nervous every time this thing starts rising. So you're going to want to see Bitcoin hold, 94.7, right? That's probably where it's coming down to retest this breakout. 94.7. Yeah, and every chart's different. This is Bitstamp, okay, but definitely gonna want to see it hold that support area right through here. Okay, that's all the deeper I want to see this come, and hopefully You know, this looks like a possible 1, 2, and working on a 3 out of here. You know, this thing should be heading up towards $100,000. The measured move for this puts it right up. You know, right around 100. Okay, and that's the measured move. And if we come back out here on a daily, all right, this is where I've been talked about this for a long time now, and we're there. You know, you take a fib, go from the top to the bottom, look where we're at, right up in the retracement areas, right? 618, 702. We don't want to see a big plummet from here, right? That is for sure. And who knows? Maybe this is still working on a 4 in here. Okay, maybe we get this push up to 100, then we get the real 4th wave pullback and the 5th up. It's hard to say here, but you know, this should be a 5th wave now. I mean, to the upside. You can see all this resistance here, right around that 100,000 mark. Your white line here, that's 99 actually. But you can see a pile of resistance there, right? You got the daily RSI coming down with Bitcoin price going up, right? Okay, so the weekly, look at this. The weekly looks great. It's only about halfway up there. And your monthly looks fantastic. Look at this. The monthly's just turned to the upside, right? So, so keep an eye on Bitcoin. Be very cautious out there if you're in longs. Don't be dumb. You know, but when you come out on a monthly and count these wave counts, you know, 5 waves is your typical run, right? You got 5 waves here, right? You should be looking for an ABC correction in here. If we come out on that weekly, you know, and like I said, hopefully it's not a big ABC correction. You know, this one here, this would be extremely devastating to the market, right? A, B, C. This would pull price down to roughly, you know, 60,000 bucks. That would be crazy, right? That would probably definitely mark the end. You want to see a small ABC up in here, nothing major. Maybe a pullback to let's see here. You know, if we get that push up here to 100, let's move this up. Say there, 100,000 bucks. And go up the bottom here up to that 100. You know, you wouldn't want to see it. You know, 84 to 87, right in that zone. 84 to 87. You know, for an ABC. You know, and hopefully that would, after that, we would be making another push here towards that 130. All right, so we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. We'll see what happens here. But right now, as it stands, be watching this very close. Hold on. Please hit that like and subscribe also. I'd appreciate that. I appreciate every minute you've given me today. Thank you so much for watching my video. It means a lot to me. It really does, and I can't thank you enough, really. You know, we'll be looking for that push right towards 100,000, and you do not want to lose this zone right here, right? That 94.7. Okay, I'd like to see it hold on to that and bounce and take off from there. All right, so you don't want to see this retrace a whole lot more. That thing does end up falling down through. The only thing I can see happening is this. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and if that happens, of course, that would give our 4th wave pullback a little bit more deepness, right? That would pull us down to 92, 92 and a half. Wouldn't really take it that much deeper though. 92 and a half. Let's put a line there. Okay, and if we zoom out, it's curious. I love doing this with charts because, you know, you can really zoom out and see a lot of stuff, right? That's our lower white line here. It would be that there. Okay, if we come in, our wave 2 ended. On the daily right there. Okay, right up here. Bring this up. Yeah, boy, that would put us near that 382. That's what I would rather. That's what is normal, right? A 382 retracement, and then a push maybe. Actually, 50% should be a normal fourth wave pullback at 90,000. We'll see what happens, all right? Any falls through, though, you see it lose. You know, this 94.7 could be a warning there for sure. That would take out the top of this potential wave 1. I would definitely keep your eye on that. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Please hit that like and subscribe. Come join us in Discord. And there's a link for Weeks in the description of the video. If you leverage trade, please go check them out. I love it. Use it every single day. There's a link in the description of the video. No KYC if you don't want to. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching.